Hey everyone, welcome to Crypto Weeklies. My name is Josh, and today we'll be discussing on uh, AAVE and its AI for price forecast using AI technique known as autoregressive integrated moving average, which stands for ARIMA. And we'll be conducting three scenarios for AAVE's price forecast starting May of 2023 till January of 2024 using historical data available since October of 2020. And the three scenarios are what could happen to the token in case of a base scenario, which uses only the historical data. The second scenario is what could happen to this token in a bullish scenario, and the third case is where what could happen to this token in the case we have recession. So let's get started. On the screen, you can see there is a chart. This is the monthly average price for the AAVE token since October of 2020. And for this, the color code goes from deep green to white to red and back from red to green. And the trajectory for this color code is determined by the z-score that you're seeing on this uh, screen right now, and this is calculated by considering the monthly average price for the token for that month, as well as the average for AAVE since for the entire series since October 2020 till April of 2023. And the average price for this token for the entire series is $180, whereas the standard deviation is $120. And standard deviation is also used while calculating this z-score. So for the z-score, the price is compared with the average price, so 40 and 180, and that number is divided by the standard deviation. So for instance, October 40 minus 180, so that would be 140, and divided by 120. That's how you get like negative 140 divided by 120 is 1.125. So then whenever this color code is diverging scale, whenever the z-score is negative, significantly negative, then the color associated is deep green. As the z-score becomes more and more towards zero, the scale diverges from deep green to white, as you can see in January of 2021, when the price was pretty close to $180, which is the average price for the entire series. There wasn't any difference between the current price at that month and the average price. That's why the z-score was very close to zero. Also, I would like to share what had happened to this token in the bull market in 2021 in February, when the price was trading at around $425. The z-score was positive 1.8. So that was and then in May of 2021, that's when the z-score was at its peak, when the price was 443 US dollars. So these are the monthly averages. That's how the z-scores are calculated. So where are we right now? So if you have been following the AI forecast for the altcoin that I've been creating, and I will attach that series to the end of this video as well. And then you might see that some altcoins are either in deep green territory, few are in this like uh, slight red territory, and few are in almost like a middle or white territory. But for this token, for AAVE, the current price is 75 US dollars, which is significantly lower than the 180 average price. That's why the z-score is negative 0.85. And then this is this this is not financial advice. This is just what the historical data is telling, where the token is currently, and based on that historical data, we have used the data science technique to forecast price. So let's go to the actual forecast for this token in month of May of 2023. The forecasted value is 66 US dollars, and let's compare what is the direction compared to the last full month close or full month average that we have access to. So April was 75, but whereas May is 66. So that means almost $9 lower price is forecasted, and that sits with the forecast or the average in March or the trajectory since February and in April, and then in May it's kind of $9 less. In June the forecast is 52 US dollars at an average price. In July 53 US dollars. In August 64 US dollars. In September 57 US dollars. In October 58 US dollars. In November 61 US dollars. In December 60 US dollars. And in January 81 US dollars. So kind of like a crash till June is the trajectory. In sideways movement in July, a slight rally in August, a crash again in September, sideways movement till December, and then a small rally to the upside in January, basically close to where we are right now. So the range is 66, starts with $66, goes all the way to $52, and then back up to $81. So that's the base scenario, and this is the forecast in that scenario. But what could happen if the macroeconomic environment suddenly started favoring risk assets? So in that scenario, the base forecast would not do justice because everything will be at a multiplier of its uh, prior prior z-score and prior standard deviation based on the similar phase in the past cycle. The key thing to note is that because AAVE didn't have a presence in 2019, which was kind of like a recovery year for cryptos in general, the best fit of the z-score that I've considered is in late 2020. That's how this forecasted values are calculated based on the base forecast model and standard deviation and z-score. So let's get started. In May of 2023, the forecasted value is 74 US dollars. In month of yeah, so that is almost the exact same price as where we are currently at. In month of June, the price is forecasted is 62 US dollars. In month of July is 67 US dollars. So the crash is kind of tempered from instead of 52 we go up only down to 62 in this scenario. In July the forecast is 67 US dollars. In August, the rally is significantly higher than what we saw in the base, where the rally is forecasted at 94 US dollars. In September, the average price is forecasted at 118 US dollars. In October, the price forecast is 116 US dollars. In November, the forecast is 121 US dollars. In December, 122, and in January, 131. So the trajectory is quite different. Although the initial phase is quite similar, a crash till June, sideways motion till July, then a rally up until September, and after that sideways motion till January. So this is what is forecasted in case of a bullish resurgence. So what would happen? The last scenario that I will present is what could happen if we get a recession to this token. Pretty different from what we saw in the first two models. For that, the assumption is we get recession right away in month of May, and that in that scenario the forecasted price, again not financial advice, is 61 US dollars. In the second month it's 46 US dollars. In the third month is 46 again. In fourth month is 48 US dollars. In the fifth month, that's when the biggest crash is forecasted, is at 26 US dollars. In the sixth month is 28, in seventh month is 31, in eighth month is 29, and in ninth month it is 56 US dollars. So these are all the forecasts pertaining to AAVE, and I hope you like this content. If you did, you please give us a like or subscribe to our channel, and I will keep on making more similar altcoin based price forecast using AI. So stay tuned for that as well. Thank you, and hope you have a really nice rest of your week. Bye bye.